Good morning. I just did one video and I'm going to do another one just to see if this can be a little crystallized version of it. Talking about this morning, the one topic that keeps coming up, obviously, and that still is the election. But, you know, when asked who I voted for, the way that people are asking me tells me that even those that voted for him had an uncertainty. And I had to sit there and soul search to find that center line. Because as the extremes pull apart, your center stretches as well. Thinly, trying to blur the lines. So, in asking God for that wisdom, try to find the clarity in it all. No matter the topic, the reasoning on either side, for you picking a candidate, lesser of two evils, or abortion, or the border issue, or some people are saying policies and they don't even know what his policies are. There's people that don't even know about the election process. To them, it's like, oh, bless me, it's like American Idol, and that's okay. I'm not, knocking them. They are Americans too, but they don't get into the process. They don't look into it, and some of them are picking and holding on to reasons that were beyond anybody's control, like the COVID and the vaccinations and stuff like that. And I'm just looking and going, okay. But then it struck me, and I went, coming down to the line of talking about freedoms and America and being able to survive in this country and doing what's right, doing what's wrong, or doing just whatever your choice is, opinion, falling into how you vote. None of us would be able to have any of those say-sos, to be able to verbalize, to be able to bitch, moan, or praise any of those achievements or failures in policies and everything else if it weren't for the Constitution to begin with. If it weren't for the freedoms that we hold dearly as our mission statement in this country. Okay? And so when I say crystallized version, this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay? When it came down to it, that was my only reasoning for choosing who I chose. Okay? Not for me. I'm 60 years old. It don't matter to me. I'm a vapor. I'm doing it for my kid. And I don't think I'll ever have kids, but, beyond that, and or grandkids beyond that, but for other children's children. Okay? That was my decision. And my decision laid squarely on the fact that you had a candidate that, when given the task to go by that Constitution, to stand and be, with great power comes great responsibility. When they had that responsibility to uphold that, they refused to. They completely refused to. That I've got an issue with. And let's be real about this. He had a choice. And he didn't do it. He not only had a choice and didn't do it, he turned around and set up a storyline at the beginning just to stay in power. And we all know that's true. I don't care whether he says it was stolen or not. There's a process by which we find out that what is truth and what isn't. And he failed in that process. Yet, people voted him in. I'll say it this way. God help this country. Because when time comes that it's push and shove, again, and there always will be, I hope he will do the right thing. I have a hard time believing he will. Okay? I have a really hard time believing he will. Plain and simple. Knowing how entitled, spoiled, and rich rotten he is, I have a really hard time believing he will put that above all others, above all other things. And maybe this is spiritual. Maybe he was meant to sit there and ponder the fact that there is a God or not a God. Maybe he is in that position that he's going to be tested on a level, beyond any of our policies. I'm kind of go off on a spiritual realm here. But I see that issue, that was one that was raised by other people too, talking about their faith. And it's those same people reading the same book as Christians that turn around and always talk about fearing anybody saying the New World Order. And yet, that's the first thing that came out of Trump's camp once he was reelected. The great deceiver. Just food for thought. Hey, that was my reasoning for not choosing him. Was because he tried to undermine the Constitution. And without that, I wouldn't be able to say what I'm saying right now. Without the Constitution, none of us would be able to bitch or moan about any point in this, no matter which side. Welcome to the middle of the road, where you lose yourself for the concept of the greater good and greater understanding and wisdom. That's where I try to walk. We'll see how this next 4 years go. Otherwise than that, good morning, and nothing but love. Have a good one.